Hey guys, we are going to talk a little bit about how to make homemade butter, just the basics of the different parts of milk and what they do, kind of, sort of. And I'm going to be talking about cow's milk because goat's milk is normally, what is our bread and butter. But making butter out of goat's milk is really difficult because their fat content is not very high. So you almost have to get like an actual cream separator, which is a fancy doodad that I don't have. But a friend of mine is like drowning in milk. Almost literally. So he is milking 8 goats right now, and he has a milk cow for the first time, a dairy cow. So he's getting, of course, tons of milk in right now, and he doesn't know what to do with it. And I was like, bring me all the raw milk and I will use it. So I wanted to take advantage of this and kind of show you it. So here we go. Okay, so here we have half-gallon containers of milk. So here is one that I took and just dumped it in here like 30 seconds ago. As you can see, it's all the same color and just looks like regular normal milk. Now, if you take a look at this gal over here, and this one, so these I poured in several hours ago, and you can see this is what they call a cream line. So the cream, the longer you let it set, is going to separate. It's going to go all the way to the top, and then the rest of the milk stays down at the bottom. And if you are planning on making butter, you need to let your milk set for like 24 hours. You can just stick it in the fridge and let it hang out there and think about its life. And then depending, every cow is different, the amount of cream that they're going to have. This cow is going to end up giving me, like, not even joking, like this much cream. She's an overachiever, which is great. So the way you make butter is you can take any kind of like a ladle or a spoon or whatever, and let's say this is all the cream that I was going to get. So what you do after 24 hours is you very gently just skim the top of this off and put it in a different container, and then just beat the devil out of it, which is going to feel like hours, until what eventually is going to happen is it's going to separate. So you'll end up having like chunks of, it sounds horrendous, but almost like a cottage cheese, and then you'll have a liquid as well. So when that happens, you stop mixing and take like the curd part out and away from the liquid. So you can either do that by hand and just like literally pick it up and just like squeeze and form it into basically whatever kind of shape you want. Or you can use like, I use like this little contraption here, and it sets in a dish, a bowl, and I just pour it in here and it separates that way. So then I just kind of collect it in my hands, form it into a ball, squeeze off whatever liquid is left, and then I rinse it under cold water. And that is butter. That is all butter is. If you want to add salt to it, you can mix salt in. I just did some with garlic in it, so it's garlic butter, but that's it. That's literally it. And then the liquid afterwards, don't toss it. That's buttermilk. So that's literally where your buttermilk comes from. It's like the byproduct of mixing it until those two components, the liquid and the solid, separate, and then you have your buttermilk. How cool is that? So if you take the milk like I showed you in the gallon jug, you can drink that straight. That's just raw milk. If you don't separate the cream, just leave it, shake it, and it's whole and in one, that's whole milk. That's what that is. Like if you were going to the store and you bought whole milk, that's what whole milk is. When it's separated, if you skim all of it off, that's then skim milk. That's legit what that means, is without cream, without fat, plain old milk. If you just skim off some of it, you're looking at, then that's where you get like your 2% milk, your 1% milk, things like that. So that's literally what that means. So if you want a really lean milk and a low fat milk, you just skim all that cream off and then you would drink it. And that would be your skim milk. So pretty cool. The other part of when you take milk like this, and this is like cow milk or goat's milk or whatever, if you make cheese, for instance, and I'll walk you through that process because I'm going to have to do that coming up because we have like 15 gallons of milk right now to quickly process. But after you've made the cheese, that liquid that's left over is the whey, which also there's a ton of benefits in using the whey as well. So pretty much with farming, homesteading, whatever you want to call it, nothing needs to be wasted. You can find a use for absolutely everything. If you're not a big milk drinker, or some people drink whey, like I'm not, they use it, it's really high in protein, so they'll use it like in their protein shakes and stuff. If that is like something that you just can't, no, you can use it for other animals on the farm or around your home, whatever. Cats, dogs, pigs, chickens love it. So absolutely you can find a use for absolutely everything. Nothing needs to be wasted. And, you know, there's nothing better than having raw milk. I will go toe to toe with anybody any day. I'll climb right up on that soapbox about the benefits of raw milk, the safety of it, and all that jazz. I feel much better giving my family milk that I know the source, I know that it's hormone-free, a million things. I know the animals, I know how they're treated, I know they're treated well, blah, blah, blah. I could go on all day. So if you have any questions, don't be afraid to just drop them and we can have a conversation about anything. And, but yeah, I'm going to come at you again with more videos about uses for raw milk, how you can use it, both goat and cow milk, and this will be fun. This will be fun.